Here hangs Kage Song, the Hyrcanian Turanian, condemned to death and exile for crimes including poor use of punctuation. Kids, learn to use periods. Hello world, and welcome back to another episode of Conan Exiles. I do believe that I'm gonna be completely lame and call this series Punctuated Exile, because frankly I'm lame and I was exiled and hung for punctuation. So last we left off, I was trying to figure out what might work as a roofing solution right there, and I still haven't figured anything out, although I did come up with one other idea that might just do it. So we're gonna give that a shot, although I think it's going to have its own more unique issues. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come into our, let's hit the right button here, we're gonna come into our inventory. I want to try making these maybe the sandstone wall, a couple of those maybe, or yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna try. I may have to just unbuild and rebuild some stuff, which would suck, but you know, it's all about trial and error. So these should be crafted into slot 6. Yep. So I think what I can do is put those there, but see, yeah, the issue I'm gonna run into is definitely that I would have to raise this up an entire story. So the question is, do I want to lower the entrance down one and then do the roof and have to undo all the roof, or do I want to undo all the roof and raise it up one? I think the answer is gonna have to be to undo the roof. I gotta remember how to do that. I thought it was walk up to it and hit the, yeah. I may not be able to undo the roof from down here. This is gonna be a pain in the breakneck. Okay, so I can't reach to undo them. The other alternative is to completely redo that wall, which, man, would ruin the aesthetic of having that. Okay, well, let's, I guess, try dismantling here. I think you do get some of the resources back. I may have to do a lot of rebuilding here. I don't know, we're gonna see what happens, because I guess maybe if I do... Oh, that was, I want to make sure I'm on the left sloping. So see, I could do that. Oh. Didn't necessarily mean to build one. Okay, but it worked. Oh, except for what's gonna be wrong there is, come outside, that frame's gonna be definitely in the wrong spot. Okay, so we did not make a correct one at all. let's go over to 5 and let's go ahead and... Oh, not enough resources. I thought I had something there. I thought I had a thatched sloped roof. So it looks like I'm gonna need more stone here. I am just doing really good at failing. But I don't see... There's right sloping. So let's craft one of those, because that'll give us an idea what I can do with the rest of the roof here, and I have no idea. By the way, you probably have noticed that it's a little bit darker in here. There was a bit of a fire hazard with the light, so until I can fix that, I am erring on the side of I took the light bulb out of it because I deemed it a fire hazard, and you know, I don't want my room to catch on fire. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to build something to get up and rework that part of the roof. We're gonna see what goes on here. I think this is gonna get tricksy for me, but I really want to pull it off. So clearly though, we need more stone. So going to ever so quickly, in my over encumbered state, come and get more stone. So yeah, I think I mentioned that I intend to call this the Punctuated Exile. I don't know if I mentioned the reason for that, because, and I will add a screen reinforcing this again. I was exiled and hung for punctuation errors. And you know what, I think I did say that. I think I just repeated myself, and I apologize for that, because, you know, I'm not always the brightest bulb on the block here. You know, somebody once told me that the world was gonna roll me, that I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, and neither is this pickaxe, so it's okay. I do wish that, like some other survival games, that whether you were using your mouse and keyboard or a controller, which most people by now should know I'm using kind of a combination, it would continue to show the bottom status bar. So the other thing I'd like to point out is I had initially planned this as a Mondays only series, but it seemed like people kind of liked it. There weren't any comments, so I would appreciate comments on this idea. Comments are always good. It tells us, you know, what you guys think. However, it did have the highest numbers and the lowest amount of time. So all I can guess from that is that people are enjoying it. And so I decided to make it a more frequent series. I don't know if I'm going to do like twice a week or maybe up to every other day. I'm going to see how this installment does and take it from there. I know I'm over encumbered. I can tell by how insanely slow I'm walking. And in fact, it just occurred to me, wrong button again, I'm playing a different game in my head, I guess. It just occurred to me that it's probably not even sandstone I need so much as thatching in the long run, which is going to take plant fiber. So let's go get some more of that. So I had mentioned before using a technique that some consider unfair in gaming. I don't know. You can do it with literally any device on the market right now, thanks to things like the new Steam API and macro programs on keyboards. I mean, yes, some devices make it easier, but I am using I hit one button so that I can walk around and continue to grab plant fibers and whatever else is on the ground. I actually feel like I have a valid reason for this, especially since I'm playing single player. I have pretty bad arthritis, and so just holding down that button or repeatedly clicking it gets really, really hard on my fingers. So, apparently with the new pets update, these eggs are a thing. You can actually hatch and raise your pets from an egg, going the way of like Ark and whatnot, which I'm fine with personally. I like pets in games. I like raising the creatures in Ark, and I don't think it comes across as a copycat idea, but then again, I haven't played it, but you know, well, I haven't used it yet, but apparently it is something that you do that is restricted to raising your pet in the pen, which is already different. And then you can have different types of pets, just like, you know, always. They have different functions, carrying, combat, etc. I don't want to accidentally pick up any right now because I'm over encumbered and they will attack your ass if they see you grab their eggs. But I actually don't see any around, so I think I might be fair game to grab them. It's not like they'll be all that difficult to kill. Yeah, buddy. No one even noticed me grabbing them. No creatures around to notice. Alright, so I'm gonna get back to the house as quickly as I can without running out of stamina, because over encumbered, stamina drain rate, this is running. I'm so fast! Look at me go! Okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end up having to take at least that first piece of roof down and replacing it with a standard triangle like that side, which will make more sense because I'm gonna be at a more wall flat shape at the top of that at that point. So I haven't really done roofing in this game before. This is going to end up opening to a much larger building that will have multiple stories. But this little entry foyer is going to... Yeah, I said it. It's a foyer. I'm going to be the fancy exile. It's going to remain just a single story. I mean, I call single story 2 walls high because I just want to make sure that it feels comfortable to get stuff done inside of. Debate with me if you will. I do what I like. I'm the one playing, so excuse me. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go over to one of our boxes when we're gonna drop those roof pieces that we're not gonna use, which are these. And then we're also going to toss my materials that I'm not actively using over there. I gotta see what goes in this bin and what goes in the other bin. Branches go over here. I'm not actively using branches. This is the only game I actually play in third person because I think it looks better in third person, which is a weird opinion for me. But it does still make the camera a little wonky. Just like aiming at this box and stuff. It's based on center rather than where your character's face is. And that's why you've seen me kind of go in and choose to go into first person sometimes. Although I am glad I discovered that I was unaware that you could raise the FOV in the third person view. So there's that too. We're gonna cook all this flesh up. I'm gonna eat some of this. Right, I hit the actual controller button that it would normally use, which is not correct to do in this case because I have everything basically mapped to keyboard functions. So what we'll do here is we'll come in here and let's see, we are not going to be using that any longer. I need to go drop those off in a moment. But first let's get, what do we want? We want that's Droof. You know what? Let's drop those bugs off and then take account of what I have and what I will need. I am going to put a sandstone ramp down purely for the purpose of getting to that to take it down, because yeah, that's what's going to happen here. But I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had forgotten to count this one. I'm gonna need 9 slopes, and I'm actually gonna end up not needing 2 of those, I don't think. So, and I didn't pay attention to the fact that there's this inverted thatch sloped roof corner. I want to make one of these real quick and see if... Oh, I need branches. Haha! Let's get some branches. So yeah, I am going to make 1 and only 1 of those because I want to see if that would have solved my problem. I'm gonna say I think not. I think I would still be dealing with too little space. But you know what? No, that would have been an absolutely acceptable solution, I believe. I think... No, because that would only work right there. Let me see what that looks like on the ground. So I would have put that in the corner facing that way, and that only would have covered one side of it, so it's just not gonna work for that purpose. So we're gonna place that right there, and we're gonna immediately destroy it. Boom. Because destroying things is fun. I also wish when you ran out of something it wouldn't leave it here, or at least it would replace it with the next thing you craft. Personal gripe, right, wrong, indifferent. It's annoying. So I said 9 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're gonna pull these over here. I'll probably go ahead and destroy one and then put the new one up, as long as I get it correct. Yes, that's right. Don't let me rotate it, game, because why would you do that? And you know what? I'm actually gonna build 1 more of those because I'm just gonna go ahead and use a thatch roof to get up there. Just to keep things a little easier. So, now, seems like I should be able to do that, and yeah, just move on with life as normal. And like I said, I'll place that and destroy it, because we don't need that no more. That is now what we call garbage. Alright, now it looks like we have 6 spots to put flat roof over, or I could see if I could completely slope it in. I wonder if I build a little platform to build from, what if I put 4 angles and 2 slopes? Yeah, I think I can just do a fully sloped roof. That's gonna look pretty cool. Yeah. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this just a really fancy house for an exile, because at this point, what do I have other than my house? So really I shouldn't have destroyed that one, but that's life. So, and I don't think there's even a flat sloped or a flat thatch roof, just stone ceiling, which is what we use for second floors as well. So it looks like it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, and a third to make sure I can reach to build. And again, the random ass crouching. Oh, it looks like I'm not even gonna need that third to reach to build. The random ass crouching is just so I can see that bar to make sure I know what I need, because as I mentioned, it just doesn't want to cooperate. And look at that. I'm fairly happy. Oh goodness, I did not mean to. Okay, well, we'll store those in case I do at some point need them. What I meant to do was bring them over here. And in fact, we're gonna go in here. We're gonna build. Gonna pull these off of the bar. With this filter, I do like you can just drag things over and get it done. I'm actually just gonna build several boxes. How many can I build? None right now because I don't have any twine in my pocket. But twine is simply crafted from plant fiber. And you know what? Let's just get some twine. Let's just rack up the twine here. And then we're gonna come over here and takes 12 twine for 1 box. So we're gonna wait till the twine is completely done and see how many we can make, because then we can start actually organizing my storage much better, much more nicely, and I won't have to walk around encumbered all the time. I think I mentioned one thing I really dig about this game is the fact that you feel like you are striving to actually survive. Nothing is made easy on you. It does not cater to you at all unless you put yourself on just super easy mode, which I think I didn't. I think I went normal. I certainly did not go like I want to hurt myself mode. So like now we can have a box of rocks. Who doesn't want a box of rocks? Look at that. I am already entirely unencumbered. Boxes of rocks are like the coolest. I have a box of rocks in real life. They're kind of fancier rocks than these, but they do indeed. So we're gonna take everything out of these boxes and just flat organize everything out into its own box as much as possible. No wood to go in there. So we're gonna put building blocks into here. We're gonna put, let's say, worms and grubs and stuff like that in here. So the bugs, the bees. Let's put seeds in here, different types of seeds. And so yeah, let's go seeds and plant stuff. Let's put twine, branches, and bark and bones in here. Let's put the iron stone in with the regular stone for now. And you know what? Let's move the bark and branches over there and put plant fiber in with this. Let's put hide in here. Well, we're gonna put hide in the wood box, and the reason being is that you use that mostly in conjunction with the bark. I want to see the stats on that scrawled note. I can just keep it in my inventory rather than taking a slot up elsewhere. I guess for now let's put these eggs in here, and that was the bug box, so let's put these bugs in here like I meant to. Alright, now it is really dark inside. Mostly it is nighttime outside, so that makes sense. Oh man, it feels like I'm moving so much faster for some reason. So now I'm gonna go resource gathering, because I am definitely going to need resources to get more stuff done. So what my actual plan is to basically like get over encumbered with wood, go drop it off. Get over encumbered with stone, go drop it off. And just like make sure I have enough to last me a good little while. Hopefully without making myself too hungry in the meantime. I definitely need to get more bark somewhere in that order. Is that a tree? Oh no, that is the column for that giant broken bridge. Alright, I'm over encumbered. I was gonna go scout that Safari camp real quick for my journey. However, I'm over encumbered now, so I'm not going to. And I know I said get over encumbered. What I meant is get over encumbered and then keep harvesting that same resource until I just get absolutely frustrated with how slow I'm moving. This game, if you're really patient, you can build up a really good early stack of stuff to work with, and resources are king in this game, more than almost any other survival game that I've played. Repair need more stone. So I know that I did say until I get frustrated, and I'm actually not frustrated with it, but repair need more stone. My awesome little hut just looks so far out of place. You know, I've never experimented with if you go to those camps and kill them and then destroy the campfire, if you're like, I feel like they're too close to my base where their spawn point is, if that will actually maybe negate them from spawning. I guess one thing I need to do is have some internal light source Unfortunately, I don't think I can even craft an internal light source until I get some table. Yeah. So, yay! And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put a cut in right here. So I'm gonna mark the time that I'm at so I don't make this too long. Right about half an hour, so that'll be easy to remember. I'll return and start recording again, and I'm sorry this happens sometimes. Unfortunately, I just can't control my own personal conditions. So I'll be back shortly. Alright, we're back at it. You'll notice I kind of moved around a little bit. I went ahead and looked at my resources. And instead of going and doing mass harvesting, I think I'll go ahead and do that between recordings at some point. What I am going to do is actually something more interesting, hopefully. God, I can't really craft much of anything right now. Other than my Shrine of Mitra, which I don't want to craft right now. It's not going to do me much good right now, and it's really just going to waste some effort. I have points, so I don't think I explained these last time. So like when I put in survival, I am about to have up to 10 points, which just earned me strong grip. I use less points when I'm climbing now, so at 20 it'll be hard worker. I harvest resource nodes twice as fast. I might do that, but I think I might do either vitality or agility. Oh, I read that wrong. This is raw and bloody. I do not have to cook raw meat to avoid food poisoning. It had been showing me grit. I'm like, I didn't think that really sounded right. Then again, I think actually I'm going to start putting into encumbrance, which, I mean, I want to be able to hold resources, so I think that makes a little bit of sense. I am going to come over here and see if I can scout this camp real quick, since it's daylight. I've got a song stuck in my head, and I'm not going to sing it for fear of copyright reasons, but God, I want to. But it's actually the song from, Disney's... Now I can't even come up with the name of it. But it's a show about the witches that kidnap the kids. And it's the lullaby that she sings to have the kids come to them. Now this has got to be a Darfari camp. How close do I have to be to consider it scouted? I am just going to sneak up as slowly as possible. I'd like to avoid a fight. Maybe I should equip my weapons just in case I can't. How is this not considered scouted? Is this not actually a Darfari camp? Is this a different... Did he see me? Or she? How is this not... That's a Stygian camp!
You picked the wrong fight! Curse you! Taste that! Die! I'll take you! Curse you!
Oh! I had never really seen that happen. I just sliced her the hell in half. Let's do a perspective change here. Look at this. She is cut solidly in half. I'm gonna take all her stuff that she had on her. He's not happy. He's not happy at all. He just was like, screw you. Yeah, I can't tell if I'm actually doing damage to that or if that's purely visual. I would love to be able to destroy this camp, but yeah, it looks definitely purely visual. So unfortunately that was not Darfari, whatever. So that was not scouting a Darfari camp. You know what? That was taking too long to sneak up on them. What are these guys here? Hyrcanian.
Attack!
Man, this sword is chopping everyone in half, and it's just a stone sword. I guess it might help if I target her. What kind of sword is that? It's just a stone sword. I'm just gonna leave it there. So yeah, this is Hyrcanian, and also not gonna get me the thing for scouting a Darfari camp. I don't know why it has to be specifically Darfari, but you know, it's kind of life. So there's some interesting things you can get underwater as well. I mean, besides just plant life. I think eventually you can go fishing. I don't know what that orange ficus is, but I love the detail underwater here. It's gorgeous. So I guess what we're gonna do is go ahead and drop off the little bit of stuffs that we got and spend some skill points to get some crafting stations researched. I am pretty sure that orange ficus is a plant thing, so we're going to put it in the plant thing area. I don't have anything to go in there, or yeah, that's oh, I had plant fiber over here. I guess that makes sense because it's a much more building block type thing. And then I forgot to put my hide over here where my bark is. So we're gonna open up my inventory, and I actually gained another point. I'm gonna wait to spend that until I can build encumbrance up more again. So furniture maker is cool, but not immediately useful. I could do thrall taker, which is gonna be a really beneficial early thing to have, but I definitely need armorer. And then we're gonna go through section by section here. Roofer, I mean, that could have done a few different things for me as far as going to roof stuff up. I don't know if I'll do much more roofing, so there's a wall cap. That would have actually that would have made things better on that earlier in the game. Fences I'm also not going to worry about early on. in single player for sure. They really don't even matter in multiplayer. So nothing under the decoration category. Maybe survival. The torch. Torch is definitely a thing to have, and the blacksmith's bench is definitely a thing to have. I don't think I need to go for carpenter right away. Tanner is going to be a necessity. And I don't think the large cooking pit's going to be a necessity quite yet. I might go for iron tools over that, which is going to be done in the blacksmith thing. Let's see what else we have though, because do I want tools or weapons to start with? And if weapons, what type? In fact, it doesn't even look like I have another sword category I can really get. So it shows you the DLC stuff, and I can't do it DLC stuff. Okay, so that just requires iron tools. Which, yeah, I think iron tools is going to be a good thing to have. I don't really want a broadsword though. I guess broadsword is the one-handed sword. So yeah, I guess we will do that, and I believe here we can also maybe get the next series of shields. Is that under weapons? Under defender, what will we need to do? Oh, we can't unlock the iron targe until level 20, so we're gonna be butted up against a pretty high level cap to get that. So bruiser and skirmisher I've had a lot of fun with. Archer is going to be amazing for hunting. But again, level capped at 20 to do much more than that. For iron head arrows. And then, yeah, we can get one more thing. I'm not going carpenter, so I'm not going to go with the bed. So we're going to take the thrall taker. I don't know anything about this thrall pot. That's something entirely new. So now let's go into my inventory and see what we can make here. So obviously we're gonna have a blacksmith's bench and an armorer's bench. So we need wood, stone, and twine, and I guess I should have looked at that too. Brick and an iron bar to make the bench. So we're gonna need the furnace, 540 stone. So we are just going to take just all of the stone out of here. And then for this we needed also wood and twine, although I think I'm gonna come short on stone for that after I make the furnace. And I run into the question of put the furnace in or outside. I think I am gonna go ahead and go inside. So yeah, we were talking about how I no longer need to cook meat to eat it. Usually if you did this, you would just get food poisoning. Now I just get actual legit health from it. I kind of touched on the idea that while you're seeing this, you don't want to eat again, or you won't get as much health overall from your food. I don't think you get as much food from eating the raw, but it really does its thing in a pinch. And that's gonna fill my health, so we'll go ahead and eat this last one. I just meh. So yeah, we can craft a grand total of 1, and it's not going to tell us how much. It doesn't take the resources till you're done. That way you can have a chance to cancel it. Other games simply refund those resources while you're crafting that it's already used. I kind of prefer that, but it's a minor detail. You can get bent out of shape for minor details, or you can just enjoy a really solidly good game. So yeah, we're gonna put this furnace in this corner. And then the ironstone to get those iron bars is gonna be just incredulously difficult to get that for the blacksmith's table. But we can go ahead and get a little more stone to be able to build that armorer's bench. And I think I took the tanner, which I'm gonna need as well. I should probably build that before the armorer's bench, because I'm gonna need leather available. I believe I mentioned you can never have enough resources. And that is just like zero exaggeration. You cannot gather enough resources in this game. The grind isn't too high though. You can get resources pretty quickly, and it's pretty, I mean, there are stats that just flat out help you get more resources more quickly, besides just raising how much you can carry. Let's see, so we're not going to be able to do the blacksmith's table for a bit, but what was it to get that tanning bench? Tannery, whatever. 160 wood, some bark, and some twine. I know that I'm low on bark for sure, so let's go ahead and just grab stuff while I'm out. I was fairly certain that the pickaxe got you bark from the trees. I'm really not getting much, but I think that higher quality materials make that split a little more obvious. There's that song I was talking about stuck in my head. So yeah, bark's gonna... Let's see if I get a little more bark with the axe, actually. No, that gives me the branches as the secondary, that's right. So yeah, bark is gonna come pretty slowly, but it's not a question of option. I absolutely need a good amount of bark to make the leather that I'm gonna need. Watch for that pick to get repaired. I know I'm gonna need more twine, so let's just grab plant fiber while we're out and about. I was just saying that the grind wasn't too heavy until you're trying to get stuff like a lot of bark with primitive tools. So I guess I can eat my words a little bit on that. We might get a tannery made today. I'll spend some hours upon hours doing a grind. I've kind of shown you what I plan on building up. So I'll spend some hours upon hours for the next episode, just kind of getting those basics. That way next time you guys come visit us, you will not have to sit through the grind. I don't mind having a ton of grind on you guys in the first couple of videos because you really get a sense for the game out of it, I feel like, and I hope you can agree with that. You know, let me know in the comments if I'm an idiot for thinking that you're okay with sitting through this horrible, horrible grind. Getting way more wood than we need to get barely enough bark. I currently now have barely enough bark, I believe, and plenty of everything else, probably. I haven't made the twine yet. Let's twine up some plant fiber here, which is only going to make us 18, and we need 20, so yeah, gonna need more of that as well. Like I said, gonna need more bark, just in general. I mean, the bright side is that we're getting a lot of wood out of this, and obviously we need a lot of wood. And I'm sure I'm going to need more twine for the armor as well, so just grind up the plant fiber. Eventually you can actually farm plant fiber, but that's going to be a good bit down the road, mostly because fertilizer is kind of hefty to get your hands on. All I can say about that right now is keep your bones, because goodness gracious. Alright, that should be enough to get started here. I don't think I'm gonna even twine all of that up. I think, let's see. Yeah, let's do about half of that into twine, and then tell that to craft. I do not have water in my water bag. I do like the way my house looks. It's a nice little oasis in the midst of Jesus Christ. I you know, just want to kill myself out here in the wasteland. And I have built my own little home. Makes life a little more bearable. And sit and wait for this tannery. It doesn't actually say. Yeah, I wasn't sure what slot that had gone to. I thought it was going to be 6, but wanted to make sure I double checked. So we are going to go ahead and move all the bark over here. I don't have anything else to put on it. Chop off my insane amounts of wood that I just collected. I say insane, but clearly insane is relative because you can never have enough. And then get everything kind of sorted out, dropped off. Put the bugs in the bug thing. Wait, I do have more bugs. I see these bugs. I feel like should not go there. Okay, and where did I put the hide? I put the hide down here with 10 more bark. Put more bark in there. And it doesn't take too long to make some. I'm only gonna get 3 pieces of hide, however. Let's see what we need for that armorer's bench. We need stone, wood, twine. I think it said like 210 stone. I don't know how much wood, but 2 stacks should be enough. Then if we come down to where did I put the damn twine? Here we are. And now, is that gonna be enough? Sure is. Craft the armorer's bench. Yeah, we might get a piece of light armor equipped in the next 5 minutes. That's the dream. And we'll keep the tar stored in here. The tar comes in handy for other things later, as most things do. There's not a whole lot of useless things I've come across in this game, just a lot of stuff that you can get early on that you're not going to use early on. And let's see what kind of stuff we're gonna need here. We're gonna go down into the light armor, which is what, in the middle. So the way you do armor in this is, so you gotta make a lining. Yeah, that's gonna need actual regular hide. Oops. And a wrap for everything. So light helmet padding, light turban, etc. And so it looks like that may be an episode for another day. Like I said, I'll get all that grinding done, but we're kind of running out of time here, and all I would be able to offer you at this point is about another 5 to 10-ish minutes of grind. So I am going to put all this back away, and also make the recommendation, like when you have benches, leather and stuff gets used in benches, you know, etc. Just store what you're going to use in the bench you're going to use it in. Cuts down what's in your boxes. In your furnace, like it says ironstone, there's other options here. I don't have enough ironstone to even bother crafting iron bars yet. Before I forget next time, because I will, I know that I need to... Wrong button. Do you actually have to be... Okay, you have to be just about waist deep to fill your water skin. Which is kind of weird. I think that's a little steep. So yeah, I think that's about all the time that we're going to have for it today. And we will see you guys next time on the Punctuated Exile. Right after this, I'm actually going to be recording the finally, since I messed up last week because I'm an idiot, first episode of officially No Man's Sky Saturdays. So I hope you guys enjoy that. It's been a joy making these videos so far. I'm doing what I enjoy, and all I can hope is that you guys are enjoying watching this as much as I do. So anyway, that's it for today. Until next time, have a good one. Well, hey guys, this is Kage-song with KageNoctuumGaming. We got a new background, so we're doing new end cards. Isn't it nice when you clean your room?
Well, what do I do now?
Well, you know, some people click here to watch a video that YouTube suggests.
Well, that sounds good.
Then again, some people click here to watch our latest upload.
Well, that
but I believe everybody should click here to subscribe.